While Washington is focused on the Supreme Court nomination, today is the day the Farm Bill expires. Many have been hoping for some action there, including Nebraska Farmers Union. We visited with John Hanson for more.
Well, I started my career in Washington, D.C., and I focused most of it on renewable energy policy. And so I've been working on biofuels policy on the federal and state level since about 2008.
Okay. And so are you from here in central Nebraska, or where did you grow up?
I'm not. I'm from the East Coast, and again, spent some time, most of my career in D.C. before we moved here about 6 years ago with my family.
And yeah, so why is ethanol so important here in Nebraska and to the rest of the country?
There are so many reasons, right? So for here in central Nebraska, here we're at the groundbreaking of the Kappa Holdings new headquarters, which hopefully will be up and running next spring, early summer. And it just shows the impact on local economies that the ethanol industry is still having today and has had for going on 30 plus years.
Ethanol, the governor is promoting ethanol using E30 now in non-flex fuel vehicles. So what challenges or obstacles do you see with ethanol in the future?
Nebraska is the number 2 ethanol producing state in the country. And so the only challenge that we face is being able to sell the amount of ethanol that we want to be able to sell here and throughout the country. And there are certain laws and policies that sometimes get in the way of doing that. And so the governor is such a great advocate for the biofuels industry in the United States in general and in Nebraska. And so we work with the governor and our and the communities in order to tell our policymakers in Washington, whether they be at agencies or, in the White House, how important it is for us to have strong policies that support the industry and the market.
And so you've been in this industry for quite a while now, so I guess what are you hoping to accomplish with your position?
Well, I think that there's an ongoing effort. My predecessor, Todd Sneller, was in this position for over 40 years, and he saw the inception of the ethanol industry here in Nebraska, where there were no plants, to now there are 25 throughout the state. On my watch, oversee some of that continued development of the ethanol industry here in the state. I want to ensure that we're advocating for the best ethanol market for our producers.
We will have more on the Kappa groundbreaking later. Weather's up next with a look at your harvest forecast.